Hola, 'tis Alycia. How are you? Hope you're doing well. We're going to look into the case of the Springfield Three. There's three missing ladies. In June of 1992, there was friends, Suzanne, Suzie Streeter, and Stacy McCall, and then there's Streeter, Suzie's mom, Sherrill Levitt. And they had gone missing from the mom's home in Springfield, Missouri. When the officers arrived, they didn't see any signs of struggle, and it looks like the women, the girls, they had been abducted. All of the personal belongings, including cars and purses, were left behind. No signs of struggle, except a broken porch light globe, answering machine message that may have had clues, but it could have possibly been erased. Not on purpose, but it might have been the feature of that answering machine back in the day. There was a guy Robert Cox, who was a convicted kidnapper and a robber. He knew, or at least he claimed that he knew, that the women had been taken off the earth plane and that their remains would never be recovered. He never revealed their whereabouts. They believe that he has no credibility. He's just talking, that he doesn't have a part to play in this. There's a bunch of theories about this. I thought, let's look into it and see what we can figure out. Again, I have to tell you, it's a tarot card reading for entertainment purposes only. Allegedly is my opinions, what I see in the cards. What's the story? What happened to these three missing women? Disaster? I would certainly think so. We have the Lovers and the Fool. We're going to get some more cards on this. And if you like readings like this, join me in the Moon Moth Manor. You get access to early releases and exclusive videos on my website, AlyciaWicker.com. Link in description box below. And we'll use True Crime and Conspiracy deck. Well, the portion I've taken out related to the true crime. Let's see what else we get. Breakup of a female and a male kind of ties into this idea here in the past, this relationship. There's an affair, perhaps. Child. Desert. I don't know that there's a desert in Springfield, Missouri or nearby, but social media and travel. What does the school have to do with anything? Kidnapped. Cult. There's a couple. Motel, hotel, and private property. So, listening with the ear, listening to rumors, hearing news, being aware of situations. With the Lovers, we have the Lighthouse, and that is troubled times. There's troubled times between this couple. There's troubled times between this couple, and that seems to be a big thing here. We have, with our unspoken fear, we have hanging around, seeing things from a new perspective, but we also have the Broom, domestic duties, cleaning up a situation, kind of hanging around, cleaning up our loose ends, waiting to see what happens. The overriding concern is we see this Emperor, male, he's protecting himself, so he is not implicated. The driving ambition. We have the High Priestess with the Cauldron. Experimentations, fertility, secrets with this woman. There's more secrets here with the Justice card, dark emotions. We have Saturn, hardships, male dominance here with the Saturn card. So I'm going to go with suspect is a male. He's protecting himself. He broke up with a female. That's one of these three. Okay. The Witch's hat. going on a new journey. Self-image or identity, a career choice, a role one plays in life. Okay. We have the fire here. Passion, consuming emotions, utter destruction with the devil card. This is the obsession where, I'm going to say allegedly, this male is obsessed with destroying this woman. This is where our foundation here is. So, somebody's not happy about how this relationship has gone and looking to get rid of this woman. So, let's take these over here. Let's start digging in here on this couple, a relationship. Is there an affair? There's a breakup. We'll get to these over here in a minute. So, with the couple, the relationship, the breakup, all of this stuff here, we've got, where's my little, right here. We have the entanglement, the octopus, there's unpredictability, flexibility, intelligence. We have 47, that's the umbrella, that's for protection, weathering the storms of life, protecting oneself. We have the clipboard, goal-oriented, organized, interesting. We have the dog, loyal, best friend, loyal and best friend. We have the trophy, success, self-confidence. And then we have card suits, playing out strategically. So very organized, like this was a plan, this is not spur of the moment. There's a plan, protecting oneself. Something going on here with that affair. We have the child. A child, we have ESP, which is interesting, clairvoyant, intuition. We have the acorn, perseverance towards a mighty goal. Okay, something new is growing. That's interesting because sometimes that could be someone's pregnant. Service bell, this needs your attention. Ding, ting, ting, ting. You need to pay attention to this. What? I'm not sure. I am not sure yet. We have 46. Timeout on social media. Again, the shell protecting themselves, and we have the little monkey, and that's the monkey mind. So whoever it is probably still monitoring social media, watching, making sure they're protected, that someone's not going to be looking at him, but he's protecting himself. So definitely keeping tabs on whatever the situation is with the case to make sure they're not getting picked. Okay, so the kidnapped, we have the drama face, and we have the nuts and bolts, and we have the pencil. Again, this coming over, showing one face, not to arouse suspicion that something bad's going to happen, already having everything figured out, has everything documented how this is, so it's planned, again. So that's just going back over here. This guy planned everything out. The school thing is interesting. Now, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, tell me in the comments, that the girls, Suzie and Stacy, either were graduating high school, had just graduated high school, I don't know, it's June 7th, so maybe they're getting ready to get out of high school, perhaps. And we have, first we have the fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have listening, so quieting out the noise. We have 43, suitcase, traveling, the girls would be traveling, and the rocket ship, dreamers, out of this world. This could just be talking about the girls and not necessarily having anything to do with the crime. All right, let's get into the cult. This is weird. There's a stadium, wake up and smell the coffee, studying things, thinking about going on a vacation. 63, hopes, enlightenment, inspiration. Let's see, Omega. I believe that's the beginning and the end. Eternal, first and last. 83. Book, partially read, distracted. Something's left unfinished. I'm wondering if they were trying to make this seem like, was there like some type of cult panic in that area at the time? That would be interesting. I don't even know what that has to do with any of this. It's weird. Going on a vacation. Unless somebody was interested in reading a book about that, that one's kind of an outlier. A lot of times we never find out what these things mean, and sometimes we find out years later. Again, protection on this private property. When I was pulling out the tokens here, I'm wondering if we had a layover, a stop at a hotel motel, where the girls are alive, the women, the ladies are alive, and there's some type of quieting them. We have the bat, death and rebirth. Perhaps they're traveling there, traveling. Like this is such good luck. The getting them out of the house is good luck. I think it might have been like, oh, I've got something to show you. Come on, let's all go. I'll show you. Let's go. There's some idea. Oh, it's just a quick trip. We're going down the street. Whatever. We have the jack-o'-lantern. Protection. Oh, you're fine with me. This is that guy that's showing two faces to them to get them to go. So they're willingly going. And I think it's like, hey, I got a new something. Come see it. And then we get over here and they're quieted down. They're quieted down. And I think that's where this happens. Now, again, we get back to this idea. This has been planned out. We have the lock and the key. 121. Obstacles, roadblocks. When appearing with the key, oh, we don't have it with the key. Obstacles and roadblocks. Okay, so we're traveling, we go to the motel hotel, and we have to pause there before we continue on our travels. We have to do this in isolation. We have to do it quietly. There's a phone call that could relate to that message. Waiting for a call or a message. Well, I think they left a message. Private property. We've got our heartbreak, in love, the trials of love, including joy and pain. We have the genie wish in the bottle, making a wish, expecting a miracle, and again, the shell for protection. So it's very much protected. I'm going to wonder here, did this guy, he had access to some type of private property, that's where they are. They're off in this private property, some connection that he'd taken them somewhere else in between. He waits for the call, it's okay, or whatever. He checks in, okay, and then they're there, so no one would find them there. I have no idea what this cult card would mean. That one's just an outlier, not knowing. Okay, let's continue on. Okay, so we're going to use Madhouse Tarot. I am not a mental health professional. It's tarot card reading. But we use the Madhouse Tarot because it has psychological meanings that have been associated with each of the cards. And I use my little cheat sheet because I'm not going to remember all of these. Not enough room left in this brain for that. So, what can we know? Tell us the profile of the suspect. King of Wands. Tyranny. Professional deformation. Deviation of a leader. My way or the highway. Eight of Swords. Fear of intimacy. Dependency. Obsession. Stuttering. Problems with hearing or speech. That's interesting because we got those headphones a lot. Is this like some guy who's got problems with speaking or hearing? Communication. Wheel of Fortune. Obsessions, doubts. Repeated defensive rituals when they are afraid. Fatalism. Overriding concern is our Six of Wands. Selfishness, self-centeredness, obsession with small-scale greatness. It's all about them. Underneath it all, we have the Hierophant. Feeling immune to mistakes, obsession with a predominant idea. Maybe that ties into the cult thing. Maybe they have some set of beliefs that are, who knows if they're related to a religion or not. Maybe. Their unspoken fear, Queen of Cups. Increased sensitivity and vulnerability, hysteria. Okay, and when we have the Seven of Swords, irrational obsession. That's usually my sneaky snacker card, someone getting away with stuff. But let's see here. Total games, lies, cheating. So that's like a cheater person. They're driving ambition. Page of Swords, kind of a gossipy type person. Perfectionism, suspicion, paranoia, manipulation. And their main obstacle in life, Page of Coins. Pathological hoarding, fear of throwing things away, only sees value in material things. Okay, so someone's, wants it their way. They have a very specific way of how that is. They may have problems communicating or hearing things. Okay, let's see if we can figure out how does this crime happen? How are these three ladies taken? So there's this idea of weighing priorities, trying to make things right, and because it's all about them, the suspect. It's all about them, and if they do not make things right, if the person in this couple, which lady's couple it's attracted to, it has to be, to me, it's either the mom or the daughter, Sherrill or Suzie, there's something going on here, and it's going to mess up his life. So it can't continue. And he's determined to take care of his problem. There he is again, the Emperor. He is determined to take care of his problem. I'm thinking that the mom is the target, my opinion, but she would be the one. She has her own home. The daughter and her friend, they don't have their own home. So I think the person is targeting the mom. She's the independent woman. They have some relationship, but something's gone wrong. I don't know what it is here. But it feels like, gosh, I don't know that she would be pregnant, but something here where this ends up, maybe he was having an affair and he was going to have to divorce his wife and pay his wife alimony. Something here where can't upset his apple cart. So this is what he sees as his logical solution, which is totally illogical, that he has to take care of. I'm going to think it's after Sherrill, my opinion. Yeah, this is going to ruin him if this comes out. He's going to be left in the cold. He's going to have to start all over. Can't have his secrets getting out. There's a relationship. This has really done a number on him, and this is him getting the three of them to go with him. Come on, let's go see my whatever. Let's go. Come on, it'll be fun. Knowing that this is not going to be fun. He did not prepare to have those two girls there. He was not prepared for them. That's not in his plan. So he had the plan to go after, I think, Sherrill. But the two friends kind of jacked his shit up. So it wasn't a total solid plan, because I think he only planned on dealing with Sherrill. So it's an excessive burden on him carrying out his plan. And this was a travel issue, so it looks like they were going somewhere, and then we go to the final destination, wherever they are. But he stops over here because he needs to silence them before they get on the road. They're gonna draw attention. You can't have it. Can't control them. I can't control them that long. Okay? So luring him out of the house, they're all on board. They're willing participants to go with him wherever this is. If it's to the motel, hotel, he gets them there, and he can't have anybody talking, so he has to get them quiet before he can take them to the final destination on this private property, wherever. Okay. This is not as easy as he thought. This didn't go according to his plan. This seems like some guy who's just really obsessed with his plans, like thinks about how everything should be going. There's that religious institution again. Maybe that's his, like, whatever religion, belief system he adheres to. Very important to him. He had this planned. He had it so it was going to be a certain way, but things got out of control, and he had to, like, slow down his plan. I think he was going to maybe he was going to go to the private property as the first destination, but he couldn't because he had to change his plans. He had to adapt. And then, of course, we have the disaster that happens. What that is, we have to look. I would have to assume at this point that they've passed. I can't imagine he's kept them trapped on this property all these years, although it could be a possibility. But there's this pause before we go. I don't think... Okay, let's ask. Let's ask. Are any of the three ladies still living? No, I don't... No, they're not. And again, there's this idea, I don't know, this guy's like brought up with religious ideas, some idea here, like he's blessed them, like he's trying to assuage his guilt, I don't know, proper burial in his mind, something here. Of course, he lies to get them there, and then we have to stop the travel issues, and then he's carrying them to where they are. So I don't think they're alive. I think that happened in that hotel, like I was getting before. I have to silence them before we can move on. So let's do this. What is the relationship of suspect, mom, Suzie, Stacy? I'm wondering, was mom pregnant? Was she having a relationship with this guy? She got pregnant, and that was going to be the end of his marriage, whatever, and he had to take care of her. Get my drift? Maybe Stacy's the religious one. Maybe Stacy's trying to convince him. Interesting, though. We have Emperor guy again for suspect. He has to be in control. This is too much drama, I think, here with the mom. He needs to get rid of her. She's gonna. There's a family card and there's a pregnancy card. He doesn't want her pregnancy upsetting his happy family. So there's this guy, in my opinion, allegedly, having had an affair with Sherrill. Sherrill gets pregnant. She's trying to be like, you know what? Not a big deal, dude. I can take care of the kid. I'm, fine. It's great. It's a baby. It's a blessing. But yes, I have to start over. Like, sure, kid's a teenager or whatever, and starting over, I'm sure, is not fun. But it's like, it's a joyous thing. There's a baby. We're going to do this. We're going to figure this out. Him? Nope, not figuring this out. This is for Suzie. She's like not knowing. They go on this journey with suspect guy, not knowing where they're going. She's trying to calm the situation down. She's trying to appeal to his senses. And same thing here with Stacy. Stacy seems like a really grounded girl. She's trying to talk him out of doing something bad. She's trying to tell him this is a horrible idea. she seems to be like she must have been talking a lot, and I don't think he liked it. She might have been talking about judgment he's going to be facing, either here, afterlife, something. He is not happy with her because she's talking a lot. Well, Stacy or Suzie's here, and she's just trying to, make things better, patch it up. This one, Stacy, she knows something's not going to end well, and she's vocal, very vocal. He doesn't like that. So, yeah, he's not a fan of hers. But I think it's because, possibility, he had to get rid of this lady had an affair with that was pregnant. So, that's what I've got. That's my opinion. I don't know. Tell me what you think down in the comments below. And with that, I'm going to wish you a wonderful rest of your day. Adios.